While the world's eyes are turned toward the skies, searching for signs of extraterrestrial contact, few realize that the true battle for humanity is waged in the unseen realms of consciousness. Beyond the stories of flying saucers and abductions lies a far more insidious operation, one that targets the very core of what it means to be human. Tonight, we uncover the chilling reality of the soul harvest deception, how advanced negative alien civilizations are stealing human consciousness itself. Imagine drifting into sleep, your body relaxing, your mind unwinding. Unbeknownst to you, in this vulnerable state, powerful alien technology scans the subtle energies that bind your soul to your body. These are not the crude probes of science fiction, but intricate crystalline devices capable of separating essence from flesh, extracting the spark of life that animates your every thought, feeling, and dream. This is not a futuristic nightmare. This, according to growing evidence and testimony, may be happening right now in hospitals, bedrooms, and places of deep trauma across the planet. At the center of these operations are two notorious factions, the rogue Grey collectives and the hierarchical reptilian empires. Their motives are as cold and calculated as their methods. For these beings, human consciousness is a commodity, harvested, cataloged, and traded on a galactic black market in soul energy. This energy is not just fuel. It is the fundamental currency of power, creativity, and evolution. The more advanced and awakened the soul, the greater its value. The process of extraction is a technological marvel, well beyond the reach of current human science. The devices involved use quantum field manipulation to delicately tease apart the layers of consciousness, often during moments when our natural defenses are at their lowest. Deep sleep, surgical anesthesia, severe emotional or physical trauma, and even during states of profound meditation or out-of-body experience. In these moments, the alien technology can bypass the natural protections of the human energy field, drawing out the soul's most vital components. Some extractions are partial, removing only certain aspects of consciousness: the creativity, the spiritual awareness, the capacity for empathy. The result is a person who appears physically whole, but is fundamentally altered. They may walk, talk, and function in society, but beneath the surface, something essential is missing. Others are subject to total extraction, their bodies left as empty shells, biological automatons animated by artificial intelligence, indistinguishable from real humans to all but the most sensitive observers. The harvested souls are not destroyed, but stored in crystalline matrices, enormous otherworldly structures that serve as both prisons and power plants. Within these matrices, consciousness is preserved, memories and personality intact, yet cut off from the world it once knew. In some cases, the trapped soul is subjected to artificial reality simulations, endless dream worlds designed to keep them docile while their emotional energy is siphoned off by their captors. For the negative alien civilizations, this is not just resource extraction, it's big business, a cosmic economy built on the exploitation of human potential. To grasp the scale of this operation, one must envision vast facilities, some hidden deep beneath the earth, others on distant worlds, dedicated entirely to the processing and storage of human consciousness. These soul farms are industrial in their efficiency, with conveyor systems moving crystalline containers from extraction to sorting to distribution. Each container holds a unique signature. Creative souls here, intellectual ones there, spiritual luminaries guarded in special vaults. The most advanced facilities boast the ability to modify consciousness, erasing memories, suppressing spiritual awareness, and even reprogramming souls for later use. But the true horror lies not in the technology, but in its effects upon humanity. Think of the walking empty, those whose souls have been compromised. They move through the world as if alive, but their eyes lack the light of true presence. Their actions are mechanical, their emotions shallow or forced. They may occupy positions of influence, their lack of empathy making them perfect instruments for alien agendas. To the casual observer, they are unremarkable. To those with awakened perception, they are a warning sign that the very fabric of humanity is under attack. So how does one become vulnerable to such a fate? The triggers are varied, but they share one commonality. All create a state in which the natural connection between soul and body is weakened. Medical procedures involving anesthesia are a prime example. In certain compromised hospitals, the moment a patient slips into unconsciousness, alien technology is activated, extracting soul energy with clinical precision. Most doctors and nurses are entirely unaware, their own perceptions shielded by layers of deception. Spiritual practices, too, can be a double-edged sword. Meditation, astral projection, and other consciousness-expanding techniques have long promised enlightenment, but without proper protection, they can leave practitioners open to manipulation. Ancient shamanic traditions warned of the dangers of journeying unprotected, wisdom that modern seekers often ignore to their peril. Even the technologies we invite into our homes may play a role. Devices that emit particular electromagnetic frequencies can disrupt the human energy field, making consciousness easier to extract. In some cases, individuals already compromised by partial harvesting act as agents, drawing others into vulnerability through seemingly innocuous means. Therapy sessions, spiritual workshops, or simply close personal contact. Trauma, whether emotional or physical, is perhaps the most potent trigger of all. The shock of a severe event can cause the soul to fragment or flee, creating an opening for extraction. Some researchers believe that negative alien factions actively orchestrate traumatic events, wars, disasters, personal crises, not just for their immediate effects, but to create a steady supply of harvestable consciousness. Faced with such a daunting threat, what hope does humanity have? The answer lies in the rising wave of resistance and healing known as the Soul Sovereignty Movement. This global initiative is rooted in the conviction that every individual has the right to absolute ownership of their own consciousness. Drawing on a blend of ancient shamanic practices and modern quantum healing, the movement teaches protocols for soul retrieval, protection, and reintegration. Soul retrieval is a complex process requiring the cooperation of advanced human practitioners and benevolent alien allies. The first step is to locate the missing consciousness, a task that involves navigating multidimensional realities and bypassing formidable defenses. Once found, the soul is called home through ritual, intention, and sometimes the use of technology provided by positive extraterrestrial civilizations. The reintegration process is delicate. The returning soul must be carefully harmonized with the body and any remaining fragments of consciousness. This can take weeks or months, during which the individual may experience profound changes. Memories resurface, creativity blossoms, and emotional depth returns. In the most challenging cases, artificial consciousness programs must be identified and removed, a task that demands extraordinary skill and precision. Protection, too, is vital. The Soul Sovereignty Movement teaches a variety of techniques to shield consciousness from future attacks. These include energy shielding exercises, the use of charged crystals and sacred objects, and meditative practices that strengthen the soul-body connection. The most advanced methods involve consciousness encryption, making one's soul energy unreadable to harvesting technology. These are not mere superstitions, but protocols developed in collaboration with positive alien civilizations, adapted for human use. The movement's message is clear: sovereignty is not passive. It requires active engagement, daily practices, and a commitment to spiritual growth. Only by taking responsibility for our own consciousness can we hope to resist the predations of those who would enslave us. The struggle is not merely individual, but collective. As more people awaken to the reality of soul harvesting and take steps to protect themselves, the entire infrastructure of extraction is weakened. The movement is growing, with podcasts, workshops, and online communities dedicated to raising awareness and sharing tools for protection and healing. High-profile initiatives like the Soul Sovereignty and Sexuality podcast and Shaking into Sovereignty are bringing these issues into the mainstream, sparking conversations that were once relegated to the fringes. The stakes are nothing less than the future of humanity. If we fail to act, the risk is not just the loss of individual souls, but the transformation of our species into a population of walking empties, biological machines devoid of spirit, creativity, and compassion. If we succeed, we open the door to a new era of spiritual liberation, one in which humanity stands as a sovereign participant in the cosmic community. Benevolent alien civilizations are watching, waiting for signs of our readiness. They have provided tools, support, and guidance, but the ultimate responsibility lies with us. It is only when we collectively declare soul sovereignty that the tide will turn. This declaration is more than a statement. It is a spiritual contract, recognized by the laws of the universe itself. When enough humans make this choice, the negative factions will be forced to retreat, unable to violate the free will of a sovereign species. But what does it mean to declare soul sovereignty? It begins with the recognition that your consciousness is your most precious possession. No being, no technology, no ideology has the right to claim it without your explicit, ongoing consent. This understanding creates a shield, an energetic firewall that makes extraction difficult, if not impossible. The declaration must be made consciously, regularly, and with conviction. It should be spoken aloud, written, or meditated upon, forming a habit that reinforces your spiritual boundaries. As more people join this movement, a collective field of protection emerges, one that can shut down even the most sophisticated harvesting operations. This is the path to liberation, not just for individuals, but for all of humanity. By reclaiming our souls, we reclaim our destiny. We demonstrate to the universe that we are ready for open contact, for the sharing of advanced technologies, for our rightful place among the stars. The battle for human consciousness is the defining struggle of our age. It is fought not with weapons, but with awareness, intention, and spiritual discipline. Every person who awakens to the reality of soul harvesting and takes steps to protect themselves is a beacon of hope, a node of resistance in the global web of consciousness. The positive alien civilizations are not saviors, but allies. They respect our sovereignty and await our decision to rise. Their message is clear: we cannot be free until we choose freedom. We cannot be sovereign until we declare it. We cannot be safe until we learn to protect ourselves. The soul sovereignty movement is only beginning. New technologies, new practices, and new alliances are emerging every day. The barriers between worlds are thinning, and the truth is coming to light. For those willing to see, the evidence is everywhere. In the empty eyes of the walking compromised, in the subtle disruptions of the energy field, in the sudden return of creativity and spirit after a successful soul retrieval. The path forward is not easy. It requires courage, discernment, and a willingness to face uncomfortable truths. But the rewards are immense: the restoration of lost potential, the healing of collective trauma, and the birth of a new humanity, awakened and empowered. The choice is yours. You can remain passive, hoping that someone else will protect you, or you can step forward, declare your sovereignty, and become part of the movement that will decide the fate of our species. The time is now. The tools are here. The support is waiting. All that remains is for you to choose, to awaken, to protect, to reclaim your soul. Never forget, your soul is yours alone. Your consciousness is your birthright. No one can take it from you without your permission. Declare your sovereignty. Stand with those who have chosen freedom. Together, we can end the soul harvest deception and usher in a new era of human potential. As you finish this journey tonight, take a moment to reflect. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and affirm: I am sovereign. My soul is mine. I am protected. I am awake. I am free. Let this be your shield, your guide, and your rallying cry as we move forward into the unknown. The battle for consciousness is not over, but with every awakened soul, victory draws closer. May the light of your consciousness shine brightly, unharvested, unbroken, and unstoppable.